When World War II ended, millions of American soldiers came home believing their sacrifice had purchased them a better life. In 1944, the GI Bill promised veterans an education, affordable home loans, and the opportunity to build wealth for generations to come. But for many black veterans, that promise never arrived. The law didn't have to say whites only. Local banks, colleges, and government officials made sure of that. In 1947, an investigation found that in parts of Mississippi, more than 3,200 VA-backed home loans were issued, but only 2 went to black veterans. Across the country, white soldiers were moving into new neighborhoods, attending universities, while black soldiers who had fought under the same flag were being turned away. And Oregon was no exception. People often think of Oregon as a free state, but its history tells another story. Oregon was founded with black exclusionary laws, and after the war, Portland was shaped by redlining and racially restrictive housing covenants. Entire neighborhoods refused to sell to black families. So even if a black veteran qualified for a GI Bill mortgage, there was often nowhere he was allowed to buy. The GI Bill helped build modern Oregon. It created suburbs, businesses, and generational wealth. But many black servicemen, after they returned to Portland, found that the country they had defended would not let them share in their prosperity. When you read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 33, it reads, "The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up, and thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always." You see, the black servicemen, their labors were good enough to serve in the American military. But when they came home, they were oppressed and couldn't use the same benefit as their white counterparts in order to get an education and in order to buy a house to build generational wealth. Men like Dr. DeNorville Unthank fought against this injustice. He endured threats, vandalism, and intimidation simply for moving his family into a white neighborhood. His story reflected what many black veterans experienced. They had survived war overseas only to come home and face another battle. They fought for democracy in Europe and in the Pacific. Then they came home and discovered they had to fight for a mortgage, for an education, and a right to live where they chose. The war ended in 1945. But for many black veterans in Oregon and across America, the struggle for the freedoms they had already earned was just beginning.